You're scrolling through your games wondering what to play, and you come across this free-to-play game called Rocket League. It looks cool and it's free, so you think, why not? Now you've downloaded it, and it loads you into this epic intro.
So goodbye for us. You have to say it, baby. And us and Texacos. You wanna try, baby. I know you can. I know your heart, and you will figure out you love me now, 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 now. Love you now. I gotta leave. You love me now, 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 now. Love you now. Gotta leave.
And that's all it teaches you. That's it. That's what I'm here for. First thing to go over is ball cam. It's the most underused thing by new players and the most used thing by experienced ones. Essentially, ball cam locks the focus onto the ball, allowing you to always have your eyes on it. Ever heard the phrase, keep your eye on the ball? Yeah, let's keep doing that from now on. Base camera settings are awful. There's a lot of debate over what is the best. I'm not here to make that call. So, I'm going to show you what an average between most of the pros and the average player might use. First thing we're going to do is take off camera shake. Camera shake is awful. It's a good way to be in the wrong place, or it just messes with your eyes, you know. Field of view, crank it up, 110, 108, somewhere in there. Distance is fine at 270. The height, you want anywhere between 100, 150, maybe even. The angle, I run it at -4. Most people, I think, run it at -5, but I think as long as you're somewhere in that region, you're fine. Stiffness, you can go up a little bit or even down a little, but never go too far from 50 or 0.50. Swivel speed, keep it about the same, 2.5. Transition speed, you might want to increase that over time. Now, as far as your controller settings go, I want to tell you to go ahead and raise those dodge deads on, or else you're going to be front flipping a lot when you mean to double flip. Your steering sensitivity, you can raise it a little bit. This will help you get around the map a little bit faster, but don't do this until you're ready. In the tutorial, you were taught to flip into the ball, right? Well, to put it simply, don't. Every time you flip, you commit to the direction you flip towards. This means the opponent could just cut to the ball around you while you go flying into a corner. Instead, just drive with the ball. This applies more pressure than bombing the ball back to your opponent. Don't even flip when your opponent challenges. Let them commit and simply turn back towards the ball and continue driving with it. Now, sure, you'll get scored on a few times doing this, but the point's to learn when it doesn't work, right? On challenges, you remember it won't work, you do something else. Flip into it, or just don't challenge, right? The goal's to learn when not to do it, and you won't learn when not to do it if you never do it. So for now, stick with no flip, and I bet you could get to plat in a week just doing that. Defense is the unsung hero. Seems like the most boring place to be, yet you're still getting scored on. It's because there's a lot more action there than you're giving credit. Personally, I enjoy defense because it almost always, if you do a good save, leads to a goal. Now the first step is to rotate to your back post. The back post is the side of your net opposite to the opponent. So if the opponent's coming from the right side of the field, you need to be on the left side. If they're coming from the left side, like in this example, you need to be on the right side. You're going to hug the back side of your net until your opponent starts moving in. As they move in, close the gap so that they only have one place to put the ball, and that's where your car is. Keep doing this, and I promise you it's going to lead to many goals. The next step in defense would be to always challenge in your corners. You want to bait your opponent into getting a good 50. This will almost always result in a clear. It's very, very difficult to get an angle from this side or from this spot. So when you're waiting for the opponent to come in, you're just buying time. Now, never ever challenge past the boost. If you're outside of the boost, there is a good chance that it'll go towards your net, and that is not what we want. Shooting's hard, and finding the right opportunity to shoot is even harder. It's all about timing. As you can see, I'm going to wait for this ball to jump so that I can shoot it underneath it. This is because if I go high, it's just going to 50 out and possibly towards my goal. Now, it's difficult unless you've taken the steps, the other steps. Unless you've actually taken the time to hit like and Cisco. I mean, unless you've taken the time to master the other steps as in defense and driving with the ball, yeah. So, I'll assume you have. Now, this is the important time to use our flip. We want to apply more power to the ball than our opponent. Boosting when touching the ball will also generate more power. This means we need to be able to predict if the opponent will take the challenge low or high. Always do the opposite. Contrary to that, never maintain step 3 unless the opponent is there for the challenge. When the net is open, stay calm, breathe, and take the time to make sure the shot would be on target. Even if they rush and save, you could take their corner boost and be preparing for your next shot. It's better than they save it and you're overcommitted into their net and now you're watching them drive it into yours. So, yeah, let's avoid overcommitting. This is less about game sense and more mechanical, or how the game actually functions. But if we tap jump, we barely leave the ground. But if we hold jump, we go much higher. And this lasts for a little more than a second, so always hold it. Just about a second and a half is where I think it ends. Another fun fact, your second jump or flip or dodge, whatever, can be used about a second after releasing the jump button. So you combine the two and you can hold on to your front flip for a lot longer and take your opponent by surprise. When playing offensively, you need to challenge everything. This is the best / worst advice I can give you, so yeah. The reason I say to do this is because the more times you lose the challenges, the more you'll start to see when not to challenge. You're going to get scored on a lot doing this, so try not to get too discouraged. But when this happens, just don't forfeit. That's all I'm asking. Failure is how we learn to be better. So keep your chin up and just keep doing it till you know when not to do it. What's going on, guys? I just wanted to say thank you, if you've made it this far in the video. It really means a lot to me. And hopefully this is helping you too. So, let me know down below if there's other stuff you'd like me to teach, or if you found this video helpful, even just something that simple. I'd appreciate it. And let's move on to boost management. Peace, y'all. The clock's at 0, the ball's in the air, the score is tied, the goal is open, the ball's right there. You know you need to boost to be able to hit the ball before it touches the ground. You hit boost, ball hits the ground. OT starts. The kickoff bounces straight into your net. Too bad you didn't have any boost, huh? The most common problem for all players is boost management. There is no right amount to always have. However, if I had to put a number to it, it'd have to be by rank. Bronze, you should focus on enjoying the game until you naturally want to rank up. But if you find yourself in bronze and you already have that urge, only use boost when taking a shot or saving one. Otherwise, just learn how to drive. Silver, you haven't developed recovery skills yet. Don't worry, you'll get there. But for now, let's keep about 70 in the tank, but definitely no less than 30. This is enough to get to top speed while rushing downfield and also still have enough to save the ball or take a shot. Gold. By now, you should be flipping to gain speed, not using boost. You can front flip, gain a little speed from this. A couple flips and you're at top speed anyways. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't have to use boost, because obviously you do. This means you can get by without using as much boost, or having less boost would be the correct way to say it. I'd like to say that 70 is where you should always go despite any rank. You should always try to keep about 70. That's the goal. But 60 should be fine so long as you save about 20 to touch the ball with. So if you have to boost downfield, always have 20 in the tank so that you can either save the ball and get a good clear, or take a shot and it have plenty of power. Plats. It's the same as the goal. I know it isn't fun to be told you're the same as another rank. You are more skilled, and you can definitely get by with having less, but at this point you're probably working on mechanics, and mechanics cost a lot of boost sometimes, especially when you're learning them. So the same is true. Aim for 70, but 60 should do, but no less than 20. Diamond. You can honestly get by with around 50. Your mechanics are getting a little bit better. You're learning not to go for every air dribble you can, so you're learning. But you should always try to leave at least 10 in the tank. By now you know when to touch the ball, or when to boost while touching the ball, and you can time it correctly enough to where you can generate more power with just 10 boosts. So you should be able to do a lot. But as I said before, 70 is the goal, no less than 10 though. Any level higher than this, sorry guys, I've got no advice for you. You've already got most everything I could teach you down. Now you're just refining your skills, so anything anybody tells you from this point on is just to get you to watch their video. Free play is a place to practice your mechanics. Pros spend more time in free play than they do anything else. Does that mean if you play in free play a bunch that you'll be a pro? Well, I'm not going to say it won't. Seriously though, free play is a good place to start. Learn to drive the car first, then learn to do it with the ball cam on, then hit the ball a bunch, and keep doing this so you can drive comfortably with the ball. As you get better at this, try going faster and faster. This won't teach you how to challenge, but it will make you a greater threat when you have possession of the ball. It's just the best way to learn, honestly. Hashtag time in. So get in free play, have fun, and good luck. This one may be a bit controversial, even to me. Rocket League can be a very toxic game. Most of the player base is younger children, so of course they act like it. Doesn't make it right, and seriously, it's not right. But it is to be expected. So to avoid this annoyance, I turned off all chat. Text chat is the most important because people using voice chat are usually actually trying to play the game right. So turn off text, and I almost promise that the game will become more relaxing. Now, Rocket League did just introduce a new text system, and it includes a block non-tactical quick chat. As you can see right here. And if you check that box, it prevents anybody from being able to type a message. So only tactical quick chats. So this is a game changer. However, I still would recommend maybe turning off the quick chat for a little while until you get to maybe the diamond rank, because people will be spamming what a save, 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 and it's very annoying. My second piece of advice is to grind ones or twos. I know it's probably not the best game modes, but ones definitely will teach you how good you are as one player. You will get punished when you messed up, and that's to be expected, and that'll teach you where you need to improve. So don't get mad at the other player. Get mad at yourself and learn from that. Twos, I would also recommend, because twos is kind of like ones, except a little less stressful, because if you do mess up, sometimes there's a little bit of backup, you know. So, in conclusion, Rocket League is a beautifully difficult game, like a real sport. If you take the time to learn it, the plays, you'll get good at it. But if you take the time to learn the plays and master the mechanics, then you'll be great at it. Remember to always have fun, stay humble, and I'll see you next time.
So goodbye for us. You have to say it, baby.